The K&N 57-307 air intake system is guaranteed to increase horsepower on the 2012 through 2014 Chevrolet Camaro with the 3.6-liter engine. It uses a custom aerodynamically engineered rotomolded intake tube and a custom heat shield designed to help isolate the intake air from engine heat. It features an original K&N high-flow air filter and comes with a K&N 10-year million-mile limited warranty. Check KNfilters.com for a complete and up-to-date list of models this air intake fits. With the 57-3078 intake installed on a 2012 Chevrolet Camaro with the 3.6-liter engine, K&N power testing showed an estimated power gain of 13.1 horsepower at 5,800 RPM and 14.4 pound-feet of torque at 4,700 RPM. Actual results will vary depending on the condition of the vehicle, mileage, weather, and other variables. You can really see and hear the difference the K&N air intake system will make to your car. This intake comes with all components needed for an easy installation, along with detailed installation instructions. The tools needed are shown. Start by turning off the ignition and disconnecting the negative battery cable. Remove the oil fill cap and remove the engine cover. Then reinstall the oil cap. Slide the red locking tab back and then disconnect the mass air sensor electrical connection. Disconnect the crankcase vent hose from the stock intake tube. Loosen the hose clamp that secures the intake hose to the throttle body. Unlatch the upper airbox clips and remove the upper airbox and intake tube assembly. Remove the lower airbox mounting nuts, then remove the lower airbox assembly. Remove the airbox mounting grommet from the frame rail. Install the heat shield mounting bracket onto the heat shield and secure it with the provided hardware. Install the filter adapter into the heat shield and secure it with the proper hardware. Install the provided edge trim onto the heat shield and trim as needed. Install the provided inserted nut onto the heat shield mounting bracket and secure it with the provided hardware, but do not fully tighten at this time. Install the provided rubber fender washer onto the outer airbox mounting stud. Install the provided silicone hose onto the filter adapter and secure it with the provided hose clamp. Install the heat shield assembly into the vehicle so the inserted nut goes into the airbox mounting grommet hole and that the tab goes onto the airbox mounting stud. Secure the heat shield with the provided hardware. Install the provided gasket onto the mass air sensor adapter. Remove the two screws that secure the mass air sensor into the factory intake tube. Install the mass air sensor into the mass air sensor adapter and secure it with the provided hardware. Install the mass air sensor assembly into the K&N intake tube with the mass air sensor pointed toward the inlet side and secure it with the provided hardware. Install the provided vent fitting into the K&N intake tube hand tight, and then tighten 2 complete turns with a wrench. Install the provided silicone hose onto the K&N intake tube. Install the K&N intake tube assembly onto the throttle body and hump hose attached to the filter adapter. Adjust the intake tube in the hoses for proper fit, and then secure the tube with the provided hose clamps. Remove the 90-degree vent hose from the crankcase vent tube. Install the provided silicone vent hose into the fitting installed into the K&N intake tube. Trim the vent hose for a proper fit. Install the K&N air filter and secure it with the provided hose clamp. Reconnect the mass air sensor electrical connection. Reinstall the engine cover. Lastly, reconnect the vehicle's negative battery cable. Double-check to make sure everything is tight and properly positioned before starting the vehicle, and check periodically for realignment, clearance, and tightening of all connections. Failure to follow the installation instructions or proper maintenance may void your warranty. Visit KNfilters.com to search for products by vehicle, dimension, cross-reference, or even vehicle identification number. You can also quickly look up the other products available for your car, truck, or motorcycle, including high-flow air filters designed to increase horsepower, wrench-off oil filters that are easy to remove, and our new washable cabin air filters that will help keep the inside of your car fresh and clean. Make your move to K&N. Superior airflow, superior performance.